Yes, Jaja Morph here. I got a public announcement. You need to get this book, Modern African Arts. If you want to know the real history about art, it starts here. Make sure you go grab that. I've started reading it. Jeez. Yeah.
Where we're staying. Just going to take some shots of it so you can see. It's quite impressive, you know, in terms of the architecture of it. It's lovely sunshine. We're going to be going today to another hotel because we've been here for about 3 days. So that's the way it works at the moment. So this is around the hotel. It's around it. This is the sort of facade of it. I'm gonna go across the road. It's called Central Point Hotel, and it's in the heart of the city. Actually, it's called the Novell Center Point. Yeah, that's what it's called. Novell Center Point. I'm gonna attempt to go across the road so I can get a better photographic view, possibly. Yeah, and they're still building some more on the side there. And those are the apartments we stayed in, up there, higher up. Yeah. We're about to move on the coach to another hotel today. So we packed our luggage and put it on the coach after having our breakfast. And so we'll be very shortly be going. So it's still going to be North Cyprus. But I think it's the other end. Sultan. Well, we're learning a bit of Turkish Cypriot.
The drawbridge which we have passed. That's why Ottomans army on the seaside, look at the left, were waited about 3 years to conquer this town. So now we are approaching to the ghost town. First, before we enter the ghost town, I have said to the Erhan, make a sightseeing with the bus first. Ghost town, because only the ghosts are living now. Even though in 1962, 1974, world most expensive and the luxury hotels and the touristic destination was here. So people in that time were queued up to come here. Unbelievable amount of money they were spending to come and to stay to make a holiday here. And during the 1960 to 1974, Cyprus had their own airways. Imagine. We had also our own aeroplanes in that time. And of course, it was very busy. And do you know, until 2000, what kind of money we were using?
Yeah? Jasmine, yellow flowers. There you go. Got the UN here, United Nations, and you've got Turkish and you've got the Greek, in terms of the military presence, and policing and all that kind of stuff. You can see why they call it the ghost city. It's literally that, a city that's uninhabited. Wouldn't have thought you'd see something like that well, you can't call it Europe because this part is not joint Europe. It's North Cyprus. Yeah, we're going back. We're all going back now, guys. Just relaxing at a refreshment bar, not too far inside the actual ghost town itself. I'm just waiting for EJ and our touring partners to come down. They're just easing themselves. And it looks, yeah, nice, hot day and very pleasant. Basically, we're going to go in there and see what the carpets are like.
Small was that before?
Because they're just young ones, so they eventually because you see
I've never seen one that small.
that's one hand from there to there, and so he goes like that. One hand comes this way, one hand go that way, and then it fill up the whole space. So you eventually get a whole.
We're talking about banana actually, and getting a good introduction to it by Eileen.
That's right. Yeah. See how they're getting fuller.
Yeah.
And eventually become big because they're getting smaller.
Up to the wall for your picture. Look at the right side. One couple is there.
In Famagusta, and this is an old Latin, church, that's built here. They're reconstructing, and there's the old cathedral. I think it's the French one, yeah. It's been reconstructed as well. Some of us are chilling at the moment. Probably tired from the sun as well. Relaxing, huh? Yeah, cool. Yeah, so definitely some people from the UK and Africa do travel to these places, see what's going on. This is the Gothic cathedral, which they're rebuilding, renovating in Famagusta.
Just over £6.
It's quite a big church, isn't it? Big cathedral. A cathedral. Yeah. I mean, look at the church. It's quite impressive. And the surrounding buildings, you can see. Very nice. The church, but they've converted it to a mosque now. And obviously it's a Gothic architecture built possibly by the French way back. And very spacious and quite peaceful as well. Yeah. It's quite common now, to be able to convert churches into mosques or the other way around. Lovely carpet. We've just come back from the carpet shop or warehouse. Yeah. So these are the walls that protected Famagusta way on back. And that sound you hear is coming from the cathedral that was converted to a mosque. Just a bit of a distance away from here. So we're just going to go through this tunnel, which is an ancient tunnel. You can see, leads you to the church, I think, or to the mosque, should I say now. Yeah. Just turn around so you can see, get a better view of it.
Hello, my name is Lasta Gumasa Ramba. I'm 20 and I'm from Zimbabwe. So I'm a student in Final International University. I'm in my second year. I'm doing tourism and hospitality management. And right now I'm actually working in the Olive Tree Hotel full time. Because like in Cyprus here, especially in the northern part, I think you need, as a student, you need like a job to keep yourself like going, because things in the northern side have become more expensive. Because when I came, prices were a bit still, they looked a bit too pricey, but then as of now, things have spiked up. So, you know, you can't always be depending on your parents all the time. So that's why I'm here working. And the life here, you get some mixed reviews about the life here. But I mean, for me, before I was working, I would have told you that life here is bad, nothing is nice. But now that I'm working, you know, I'm having my own funds, and like I'm able to like afford now like some of the things that I wanted. I mean, it's a decent place for holiday, perfect destination. For school, if you just want to come directly for school and you just want to like study, go home, sleep, perfect for you. But if you're like a student like myself, like I come here, I want to study, I want to interact with people, meet different people, it's a bit of a challenge, especially if you're a bit introverted. But luckily for me, since I'm extroverted a bit, I managed to mix and mingle with some of the locals. But then some of them are a bit, you know, some of them are not like as welcoming. I mean, it happens in every country that you go to. It's not just this one. And most of the working staff here is actually mainly international people and students. Most of the local people here, they're not really like locals. I mean, they come from the UK and then they like stay here, like study. So, you know, it's like that. And in terms of like fun, it's very fun. In the summer, it's amazing. We get people from all over the world, you know, so it becomes like a tourist hotspot. Get to meet different people. In the summer, it's wonderful, but very hot. I honestly did not like my first summer here. I almost pulled my skin off. In the winter, this winter, it felt like I was in England this winter. It was too cold, but for me, I would say that this place, overall, I mean, it's a good experience. If you want to see something new, I would definitely recommend it. And if you're a student, you want to come and study here, I mean, you should look at other options first. But then Cyprus, it's a good destination for you. You just have to come here and be ready to, you know, pull up your jeans and work a bit if you want to enjoy your life here, as I've done with some of my friends.
Brilliant. Is the qualifications that you get, is it accepted in other parts of like Europe?
Yes, it depends also which university. That was actually a major thing of mine when I was coming here, my concern, because we knew that our Northern Cyprus is not recognized and things like that. And there were rumors that like some countries do not accept your degree from this side. But then if your university does like partnerships with other universities in Europe, like my university has got a lot of exchange programs with universities in America, Italy, France, and England. So like our diploma is like, it's like they value it like it's accepted wherever you go. But then, like it also like depends with your department. For my department, tourist department, it's tourism. So, you know, other countries pitch in. So we actually were told that they actually recognize it. But again, it's good to ask and make sure before you come, because you might go to a university that the degree is only recognized in Turkey, and I'm sure that you don't want to end up working in Turkey all your life.
Yeah. And what sort of price range would it be to do maybe a degree in Cyprus, North Cyprus?
Price range, okay, for 1 year, let me try and remember mine. For 1 year, I mean, over here they give scholarships, like they just hand them out scholarships. And I mean, it's like a tactic to like bring more students here. My friend is actually doing like this thing. The universities, they actually get students to like become like ambassadors for the university, and then they tell them, if you bring like maybe 5 students, we'll give you a percentage like this. So, you know, it's like a side gig on the side, so it's good. So me and my friend are actually like working to try and bring like more students from Zimbabwe. But the price range with, okay, I'm gonna say mine, since I have 80% scholarship, no, is it 80? Yes, 80% scholarship. I only pay around about $1,250 for 1 year. And then that's that.
That's good.
But like, since it's good like that, the other expenses now come when it comes to rent. Rent is the number one problem here in Cyprus. Like, I would say the main problem out of everything is just the rent. Because the rent prices, they've just skyrocketed.
What's the typical 1 bedroom or 2 bedroom?
One bedroom, are you ready for the price? 1 bedroom minimum £450 per month.
Per month?
Per month. Wow. And that's just the rent. The landlords are going to charge you deposit, commission. They'll maybe tell you, okay, give us 2 deposits. Each deposit can be like £200. So that's already £400. Don't forget the £450 for rent you still need to pay.
Okay.
They'll tell you commission, maybe give us like £300 commission. You see, the total for the first month you need to maybe pay like £1,200 just for a small studio house, which is a bit too much.
Okay. And then in terms of living costs, what's that like?
Living costs,
Food, transport.
like I say, when I came here, things were like, they were expensive but not expensive. Because when I came, we used to buy bread, like make this Turkish bread for like how much? 9 Turkish lira. Yeah, 9 Turkish lira. About pounds, not even close to £1 even, but 9 Turkish lira. And now it's 15. It's like 1 year later, it's not like 15. So it almost like doubled. And every time like the bread goes up, you already know that everything is going to go up. And the buses, like the bus fare, I think like 2 weeks ago, it was like £1, like €1, like no more triple, like €1. But now out of nowhere, they just woke up the next day and then we're hearing it's €2, which is like 60 Turkish lira. And for students, I mean, it becomes a lot, because like I have a budget in my head that, okay, today I'm only gonna spend like maybe €4 on transportation, and then I wake up, they're telling me I need €8. So you know, it like affects student life a lot. Like the prices here, they're not very student friendly.
So what do you think is causing the prices to spike up?
I think it's because like the money itself, the Turkish lira, it keeps on like losing its value, so that causes, obviously the government here, they'll like start panicking and things like that. I'm not really sure, but like I think it's probably like the value of the money, since it's losing its value, and like they are trying to like make
Inflation.
Yeah, like try and like avoid it. But I mean, eventually if it continues like this, they might as well be the same as Zimbabwe in 2008.
Oh dear. Okay, so what's the positive things in terms of Turkey? What Cyprus, North Cyprus? What do you love about North Cyprus?
I mean, for me, it might be surprising, but like some of like the people, like some of the locals, it might be one-sided because my friends, they tell me otherwise. But for me, like the ones I've met, they're like very nice people. Like I remember my first night when I came here and I was in the dormitories. I was walking to my room. And like there were Turkish guys like sitting in their house. They were my neighbors actually. They saw me for the first time. They greeted me, because that time my Turkish, I did not understand anything. But they greeted me in Turkish, and like I was speaking English, they don't understand English. But then they just called me to their house. They made me food, kebabs, and they got to know me. And you know, those guys, for the year I was staying in the dormitory, they were like my friends. They were like keep on educating me about like the Turkish culture and things like that. So I mean, obviously there are gonna be like some of those bad apples in the basket that will make like everyone else look like, Turkish people are not good, Turkish people are not nice. But the ones that I've met and the ones that I interact a lot, they're very nice people, very curious people. I mean, if you talk to them, they'll talk to you. Sometimes they'll even approach you out of curiosity and talk to you. But I mean, overall, the people are really nice.
That's nice. I'm going to ask you one other question, really. What about, are you allowed to date their girls?
Yes, I mean, there are girls, yes. I mean, I feel like with our generation, like the one that came up, we sort of like changed a lot of like uncommon things. Like right now, you can go to the city center and you see a Turkish girl with a black man. Like it's pretty much normal. Like
normal,
now,
okay.
Like it's nothing that like, this one is dating a black person. It's normal.
So the brothers and fathers and uncles don't chase
like,
you anymore?
Obviously, like some families, like they might be like strict. Because like, for example, if I say like for me, if I bring back home like maybe a white woman, my mom would be like, no. My mom is fine with it. My mom doesn't really mind. But like, it's an example. I bring back a white woman, you know, like that old like stigma from like way back, you know.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's still here with some parents, but then eventually, I feel like they're just gonna have to like accept it.
It's brilliant, because when I was growing up, it was a very taboo for the girls.
Exactly. See, so I understand that situation. So like, I mean, like, it's common. Like, if you go right now, I promise you see maybe 2 or 3 couples mixed. You sometimes see a Turkish person with a Chinese person, and like a black person with a Turkish or Arab person. Like,
that's nice.
That's one thing I like about this island. It's a bit like diverse. I've met people from countries I didn't even know that I was going to meet in my life.
Wow, that's
so,
nice.
See, that's why I like this island, because it's like a book of, it's like a box full of different country flags, and like each day you just pick a random country, then you meet someone from there.
So when you finish, will you be returning back to Zimbabwe, or will you be traveling abroad?
My plan is actually to like travel abroad. Like I would like, my dream is to like maybe like go and like work in Asia. I actually like Asia. I was in Malaysia for roughly 2 years.
Oh,
I
wow.
did my foundation there. So that's another thing that like made me see Cyprus as a bad place, because Malaysia was developed. I mean, everything I needed was on my mobile phone. Everything was just like modern. So when I came here, sort of like, I was like, it's not really that wow.
So Malaysia is more developed?
Of course, Malaysia is paradise.
Wow.
I advise you right now to pack your bags and take the next flight to Malaysia. It's Malaysia for me, one of the best countries I've been to, and I highly recommend people. I was there for like roughly 1 year, 9 months, just like 2 years basically. I was there, did my foundation, finished, and then I switched over here to Cyprus.
Well, I'm originally from Nigeria, and we have a lot of Nigerians in Malaysia,
Oh,
which
yes,
I couldn't
yes.
understand, but now you're explaining it.
When I went there, it's because Malaysia, it's a bit like, there's so many opportunities. Like in Malaysia, it's like a big country, so obviously there are going to be opportunities. There'll be different things going on. The life there, it's just more lively.
And when you say opportunities,
Okay, so like in Malaysia, like for me, for example, I was actually working in the university. Like my university had like a big building, big cafeteria that had like 3 floors, and like in the building like 20 restaurants. So like I could find, so like I just walked in one day, the man doesn't speak English, I don't speak Chinese. I told him I want to work, he just gave me a hat, told me come into the kitchen. I just started serving rice.
Wow.
I worked there for like 2 months. The pay was good. Like in a week I was making, I think like in dollars, like $50 in a week. And
Wow.
in Malaysia, that's a lot of
That's a lot of money,
Because
okay.
the Malaysia ringgit is like 1:4, so you see, so it's good. And with $50, I can do a lot in Malaysia. So, you know, opportunity, in terms of opportunities, it's good. But then, you know, the people also, they're like, when they see like someone black, like, they're like sort of like surprised, because like they don't get to see it often, because like the Asians, they don't get to see it often. But then I'm happy of that, because that like actually helped me like get used to like people just staring at me like for being the only black person in class. That was the
Unique,
case.
really
I was,
unique.
yeah, I was the only black person in class actually. I would sit down for like, I think the first 5 weeks I was the only black person in class, and then these other 2 friends of mine from Kenya came, and then like we're now like just the 2 of us. But then, you know, this situation, walking into a cafeteria full of like 200 people, and then you look around, you're like, oh, I'm the only person from Africa.
Your film star.
Yes, and then they all just like be putting all eyes on you. So like the first few months it was a bit weird for me, but like eventually I just started embracing it. I'm like,
Enjoying it.
I mean,
That's
this
nice.
is who I am.
Well, we're proud of you.
Yeah. So basically, for the minimum wage in Cyprus, when I first came here, it was 20,000, and this is gonna sound crazy to you. That was like, I think I came 2 years ago. It was on 20,000. In 2 years' time, it is actually doubled. Now it's 44,000. So that's roughly around 1,300 euros, roughly around that. So it's like definitely over like $1,000. And for students, I mean, if I get that money, if you give me 1,250 euros, I don't pay rent. I mean, that's enough money to like keep me going for like a very long time. I mean, like now I can like afford like certain things. And even for like those with families, most of the companies here, like if you work in hotels, they actually provide you like accommodation, because they know that rent is like a big issue. So like for us here, they provide us accommodation. You know, all you have to pay is like electricity, which is nothing per month, 50, like maybe 50 euros, and you're earning like 1,500 euros. You only pay 50 electricity. The rest, you know, you keep to yourself. But I mean, the minimum wage is actually something that's actually very, very, very good. But then I mean, like it also goes like with the crazy prices. That's why something I like also is that like when they increase the prices for the food, we then know that they're also going to increase the minimum wage to try and like match it, because at the beginning of the year, I think it was actually set at 35,000, and then like before February started, they just increased it to 44,000. I think 44,000. So I mean, the minimum wage is certainly it keeps on increasing. It will not decrease, definitely. It'll just keep on increasing. But then the more it increases, the harder life will be like for those people with no jobs, because like they don't have like the funds. Like your parents maybe are sending you like 200 pounds for like 1 month, and like your friend is working like somewhere, he's getting like 1,500, and like he's even complaining to you that things are expensive. What more someone who's getting like only 200 pounds? So you know, when the minimum when the minimum wage like increases, it really like affects like a lot of people. Though, like I won't even lie, like before I worked, like when I would hear that they're going to announce the new minimum wage, I'll just touch my head. I'll be like, oh no, prices are going to go up tomorrow. But I mean, like for people who want to come here, and like if you see that the minimum wage in your country is like a bit lower than the one here, I mean, here it's a good destination to work, because people actually leave Turkey. Like a lot of Turkish people leave Turkey to come and work here, because in Turkey it's like half of what they get here actually.
Wow.
In Turkey it's 20,000.
Wow.
And us we're getting like 40 or 44,000. So you see, it's like a huge difference. Right now, if I get paid and I go to Turkey, I'll see things, Turkey is cheap. But like someone who stays there, you know, like, it's expensive and things like that. But like it all depends. Watch, follow, and subscribe to DMJ TV for all your latest trends and videos.
So it's Sunday morning, and we had a very nice time last night when we had our dinner in the restaurant. And afterwards, we sat down in a lounge area having a chat all 4 of us, and that was good. So yeah, it's this morning, the weather's good, the sun shines out, so we're going to go to a restaurant and have our breakfast before we go off onto the coach and to our next destination. Going down to the restaurant to have our breakfast. As you can see, sun's out, and yeah, everything's cool. All was sleep last night? Good?
Yeah, it was good.
Enjoyed it?
Better than yesterday. Yesterday, no, we're going this way.
Yeah, go this way so you can discover this way. It's quicker than the other way that you like to go. But yeah, it looks like that should be quicker because you can just go downstairs, but there's there's no stairs. But there's no stairs down there. There's a ramp. There's a ramp.
No, I went that way.
Yeah, but I got to the restaurant before you last time.
Yeah, you walk faster.
You walk faster. I like that. I like it. What it looks like outside. It's making naan bread. And, you can actually. I'll show you. Yeah. You can get one of these trays. And then, just don't want a lot. Just only want one piece, don't you? And she'll make. Yeah, just help yourself. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. So you like naan bread? Thank you. Okay. So I think it's the 5 Finger Mountains. Let's see what that's all about. Shadow effect, yeah.
Ready again.
Another thing, you could do several little things.
Yeah. No, it's quite heavy. But after 1974, if you remember, there was a population exchange. So from Limassol, Turkish Cypriot came to here, and from here those Greek Cypriot went to the Limassol, and their properties has also exchanged between them, but it was an arranged, exchange.
It is. I don't think we realise how much we climbed.
I wonder why they didn't go up this way. It'd be easier, is it? All the way again.
What's there?
He's on charge again, like it's down at 45%.
Yes, please keep looking to the right side. Is named to this mountain, 5 Finger.
See the 5 Finger, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Looks more like a fist, doesn't it? 5 Finger fist.
Probably the top of the fingers.
Finger Mountain in North Cyprus.
Finished. I think this year in September they will start again for the construction. Because Nicosia to Karinia, the shortcut access is only this way. On the right side you can see some big hotels, seaside resort hotel. And those, big chimneys, smoke which you see on the right side is for the electricity of Cyprus.
Arrived at the leather factory. This is an industrial estate, and we're just going to go in there and see what they have in store. Yeah, so there we go, into the leather factory.
We are the producer company for them. Why? Because while we are producing the skin, we are not using any chemical material like chrome or acids. We use the only natural system and natural colors. Our goods are unbelievable soft and light. It is not only because of kind of the animal, it's also because of the process. We can do like that, you can touch and hand by hand that everybody can feel it.
I'm from a leather factory or something, wholesale, where they sell you leather goods. Good salespeople. I think the missus bought a bag. I was thinking of buying a belt, but I've got quite a few already. It's designer belts and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm just sitting down here relaxing, sipping my Coca-Cola, and the missus is over there. Yeah, enjoying the sunshine. So yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, a good quality leather they have, you know, well tanned and good colours. Some of the designs were pretty interesting. Elaine nearly bought one of the coats, but they didn't just have her size. Yeah.
Around of you, look at the houses. If you see the blue color window or the door, that is British. Look at the up on the right side, mountain. For this village and the nursery school. Left side is the auto park. Our coach is going to wait everybody here.
Just about to go into this monastery. I think it was around the Richard the Lionheart time, you know, during the Crusade wars that happened, when they returned back. I think, yeah.
The Jerusalem, those, you know, religious Christians escaped from the Muslim pressure, and they found their religious house here by collecting all these stones, carrying all the way from Salamis, and they construct this beautiful church. Almost 350 years Catholic Christian. After them, more than 400 years Orthodox Christian. They come and they pray. Ladies and gentlemen, there were until 1970s such a beautiful frescoes all around in these arches. So when you see this or this, it is like this or like this. If all the it's like this, then you need to come in, keep your silence because there is going to be preaching by the priest. It means everybody in this, okay, by heart, on touching the heart, they need to keep their silence.
At the church that was built, it's a Catholic church by the Crusaders way back. It's obviously in disrepair, and I think they've kind of repaired some of it. But it's quite an interesting thing. A sort of town sprung up around it, and yeah, very nice.
Only for the food, only for eating, but at the same time for preaching, for the good advices, religious way. That's why, remember the Barnabas?
Yeah.
Amazing ecosystem it was, right? Now, your hand inside, the first one, the last one can hear the same, sound, because on the ceiling there are lots of hundreds and hundreds amphora inside which they were plated with the white parts of the egg, and easily the sound is going in and coming back to your ear. That's why the first and the last seeds, without any difference, can hear the same sound.
Inside this space, where apparently the acoustics is meant to be really, really good. So they knew what they were doing when they created this in terms of sound. Monastery, so monks and all that, they do sing. As you can hear, la la, yeah, pretty good echo, yeah. It's a bit cold in there, so I don't know, they probably wore warm clothes or something like that during that time. You can see the Gothic architecture, very interesting. Yeah. They've got Turkish Delight here, you can see everyone helping themselves to Turkish Delight. I just got to find out which one I like, yeah? And then I can get some myself. And try. Does she mean try?
You can taste.
Yeah, okay. Maybe just get a mix then.